So today we're going to be talking about Austin Powers and the Spy Who Shagged Me, and the foods and beverages we're going to be talking about are from Starbucks. So the Austin Powers movies are basically like James Bond parodies. You know, Austin's supposed to be James Bond, and then Dr. Evil is kind of like this version of one of the heightened villains like Blofeld. One of the best parts of this movie and all of the Austin Powers movies is how well they kind of present the James Bond parody. It's always so on the ball. I love at the beginning of this movie, we have Dr. Evil, and he finds out that he now owns Starbucks and they're worth billions of dollars. And number two, who's played by Robert Wagner, who's in all of the Austin Powers movies, is like all hyped to give him this information. And he's like, who cares? Let's blow up the world. What we have here is the large latte from Starbucks. You know, it's funny. I've never had the latte. I've had their Americanos and cappuccinos, but never the latte. So I'm curious to try this.
Several years ago, we invested in a small Seattle-based coffee company. Today, Starbucks offers premium quality coffee at affordable prices. Delish. Dr. Evil, if we shift our resources away from evil empires and towards Starbucks, we can increase our profits fivefold.
Number two, I make the decisions here, okay? I demand a little respect.
Dr. Evil, you have a little of the...
Silence! I will not tolerate your insolence.
All right, let's try this. Oh, that's nice. It's got that, you know, creamy milk flavor. The espresso is really good. I'm a fan of espresso, so I like that.
Yes, sir.
Let's get another taste there. Oh yeah, it's tasty. You know, the latte, it's nice. The combination of the espresso and the milk, it's not overpowering. You know, because I mean, sometimes you barely taste the espresso, or maybe the milk's no good, but you know, this is pretty good. I love though that Dr. Evil has to mess it up and he's gotta like dunk his nose into it. It's gotta become a big mess. And he's such an egomaniac that when anyone tries to tell him, like number two tries to tell him, like, hey man, you got little shit on your nose. And he's like, silence! Tolerate this insolence. And you're like, yo, you're such an idiot. Like, you would know you have that on your nose. It's all this shit. I'm like, get this off of me. Come on, man.
Doctor, you
What?
have a little milk nose mustache.
I knew. Meant to. It's how we drink it in Belgium. It's called a Belgian dip.
What is a Belgium dip? Let's find out.
What the hell am I doing? Jesus. Ooh, looks good. Now that's what I call a Belgium dip. I love how Dr. Evil just normalizes not knowing how to drink a latte. He just shoves his nose right in. I mean, who does that? It's so ridiculous.
Don't go there, girlfriend.
The real star of all the Austin Powers movies is, of course, Mike Myers, right? I mean, he plays Austin Powers, he plays Dr. Evil, and he plays Fat Bastard. How did they come up with that name, man? Like, come on. Hey, let's parody some James Bond movies. It's like, I get Dr. Evil, but Fat Bastard? Come on. Come on, man. That's so stupid, but it's so amazing at the same time. Fat Bastard is so disgusting throughout this movie. Like, anytime he shows up, you're just like, yeah, like, you're just grossed out by anything he does. I love that part when he's like, I ate a baby. It's the other white meat. Oh, yeah. And then he's like, when he sees Mini-Me, and Mini-Me is like the mini Dr. Evil played by Verne Troyer. Oh my God, like that moment, he's like, oh, he kind of looks like a baby. And he's like, get in my belly.
in my belly.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. It's so stupid. Oh man, you gotta see this. It's so.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs.
Excuse me.
Chili baby back ribs.
Or the part where Austin's like, you really are a bastard who is fat. Yeah. There's so many great characters in this movie, and one of the best dynamics in this, of course, has to be the relationship between Dr. Evil and Scott Evil, who's played by Seth Green, and he's his son, right? I love how it always comes down to Seth Green kind of just pointing out all the horrible ideas Dr. Evil has. And then eventually Dr. Evil gets fed up with it, and the best is when he's like, and zip it, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Exhibit A. Look, I'm Zippy Longstocking. It's so stupid, but come on, it's so great.
Why make trillions when we could make billions?
A trillion is more than a billion, numbnuts.
All right, zip it.
You can't even...
Zip it. Zip.
Look, all
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Exhibit A.
I can't...
When a problem comes along, you must zip it. Or throwing me a freaking bone here, Scott.
I love in this movie how there's time travel, right? So the idea is Dr. Evil's going to go back in time. He's going to steal Austin Powers' mojo, and his mojo is supposed to be the thing that gives him everything, right? But when he gets there, I love that you have Robert Wagner, who's in current time, but then when he goes back to 1969, it's Rob Lowe that's now number 2. But then when he gets there, Frau is the same. I just absolutely love the way he's like, number 2, you look so youthful and healthy, and Frau, you look so right. And then he just continues to talk about whatever. He's like, holy shit, she looks terrible. 30 years later, you look exactly the same. Was there at no point you looked young?
You look so healthy and youthful.
Well, thank you.
Doctor?
And Frau, you look so... right. Leave Mini Mr. Bigglesworth alone.
All right, next we're going to try one of Starbucks' muffins. I've never had the muffins. I had the brownies. They're good. I've had the cookie, or the chocolate chip cookie. So let's try the chocolate chip muffin. Let's see how it is. All right, let's do this. Oh! Ooh, it gets messy.
Where's your shitter?
Charming.
Muffin and chocolate. It's kind of hard to mess up, right? Let's see.
I got a crap on deck that could choke a donkey.
Excuse me. Okay.
Right.
It's a little dry. But I mean, it's not bad, but it's not like, oh my god, you gotta try this muffin, right? There's other things they have that are better than this.
Oh my god! That bastard left the floater!
Okay. I mean, it's decent.
Sexy man.
Get the brownie instead. One of my favorite parts of the movie are when the assassins try to kill Austin Powers, like one of them, at the beginning, where there's that woman and that guy that are trying to get him, and the woman's trying to seduce him. The guy keeps shooting her instead of him. It's crazy. He gets shot and stabbed and shot with a bazooka, falls out the window, and I love the fall will kill us both, Powers. And then he moves her in front. And then she's still after the fall, yeah, they both splatter obviously, but I love it's just bullshit mannequins. It's classic Austin Powers. But then she's or really we're gonna get you now, and then Austin's like, why won't you die? Oh, it's classic.
You can't win, Powers.
Why won't you die?
Or the other assassin that's just amazing is Will Ferrell. Oh my god. When Will Ferrell shows up, it's so stupid. Gets his car run off the road, and then like they're like then they capture him, and then they get in this stupid game of like they gotta ask him 3 questions because like he can't stand getting 3 questions.
Who sent you? Dr. Evil.
That was easy.
That was easy.
Why did you tell us?
I can't stand to be asked the same question 3 times. It just irritates me.
God bless Mike Myers coming up with this nonsense. The best part with Will Ferrell is when he like falls off the cliff and he like hurts his legs and he's like, "Help, please! Somebody help me! I'm hurt really badly. Can somebody help? I'm gonna try to. Oh! No, my leg is broken. I'm gonna try this one." And then like Austin's just like, "Sorry," and he just like leaves.
I'm in an extraordinarily large amount of pain. The bone has gone through the skin. I fear it might be gangrenous. The wound is beginning to smell a little like almonds, which is not good. Please? No one?
Sorry.
It's classic Will Ferrell. They do a similar joke in the first one. Always funny. Now I'm going to try an espresso shot. I wanted to see how it tasted outside the latte. Let's give it a go.
This coffee smells like shit.
Ooh. Wow. A lot of flavor to it. It's very strong, actually. Well, it's espresso, so, like, no surprise.
It is shit, Austin.
It's kind of nutty. It's actually got a lot of flavor to it. This is quite nice.
It's a bit nutty.
This is, good purchase, Dr. Evil. I love how Starbucks is like okay with having Dr. Evil be the owner. Like, that's a great, what a great promotion. Who owns you? Dr. Evil. Well, at least it's not Fat Bastard. One of my favorite characters has to be Dr. Evil. And I gotta say, he is the most consistently funny throughout the movies. I mean, there's so many funny characters and things, but I mean, for Dr. Evil, he always gets me. And I love that scene where he calls the president, who's played by Tim Robbins. It's so crazy. It's like, imagine you're talking to the president and he's like quoting Jerry Maguire and like all this like random stuff. It's the 60s. And then Scott Evil's like, nobody knows what you're talking about. Show me the money. It's so stupid.
Show me the money.
Show you what money?
I will blow up Washington. That is unless, of course, you pay me $100 billion. And then I love how, like, everybody starts laughing. And then Tim Robbins is like, yo, that kind of money doesn't exist. It's 1969, you idiot. Oh, it's so good.
$100 billion.
Dr. Evil, this is 1969. That amount of money doesn't even exist. That's like saying, I want a bajillion dollars.
Then he just starts saying nonsense to the president. Like, talk to the hand, the face don't want to hear it. And then I loved, Tim Robbins is so perfect in this movie. He's like, what? Talk to your hand? And he's...
Talk to the hand, because the face don't want to hear it anymore.
What hand? Talk to your hand?
I'm giving a toast to Austin Powers, man. These are some of the funniest movies you'll ever see. Cheers.
Baby, it's what's for dinner.
So, what do you think of Austin Powers and the Spy Who Shagged Me? Have you seen it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Is this your favorite Austin Powers movie? Or is one of the other ones your favorite? Or maybe you don't like the Austin Powers movie. And what about Starbucks? If you had their lattes or the espresso or the muffins or the pastries, is the chocolate chip muffin okay for you? Or is there something better? Let me know what you think below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more, click right here. Enjoying the laughter. Yay!
Hey!
Basil, this coffee smells like shit. It is shit, Austin. Oh, good. It's not just me.